search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain. Let's go check out the other areas, too.
Hey, come here! Have a look at this! This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its contents are exactly the same as this book on the shelf. The colors of the covers are completely different, though, and the names of the authors also don't match up. Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh!
Look at what I found. This is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members. Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, then perhaps it's better to do less, or to not do anything at all. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any Society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust, they were all deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Oh. Is that right?
They're gone? That could only mean...
Indeed. As long as he allowed Society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket. I'm of the same mind. Let's go. You two, follow me.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat. Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take the other.
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some society members too!
After them!
It's Wriothesley. Run!
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Come on! It's time to talk! Can't you see that he's trying to help?
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen it pass through a large drainage pipe.
Guards, take them away. Let's go. It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
There's so much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us, I'm sure.
Illusion shattered! Quietly.
On the way now.
Shine down! Things are about to get dicey. Teamwork is dreamwork!
Not bad. Have a safe trip. A moment, please.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dugier really...
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the guard... Seems like he's prepared for an...
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Ah, this should be this. Members are not permitted to... 5 members shall... Anyone who reports... I see.
But that's just... cruel.
To obtain food and water. To avoid punishment, they learn... Finally, isolated and without hope. Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she...
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. It never hurts to be careful.
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you own. The human heart is like a raft in a vat. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime. If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place. Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's more important right... You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here? Forget it, Pirates should... Whoa! It's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? Look, the other side's open! Let's go.
Way now.
I see everything.
Illusion shattered!
Stay cool. Face your guilt.
Yeah. You can. Everybody stand back!
It's so high! We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that changes anything.
Ooh, the water level's gone way up! So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Shine down! Gotcha!
These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's
Let's still rescue the Hey, it's all right now.
No. So close to me.
No, we're not gonna do that.
We won't be able to get through. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
The door's open. Huh. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll...
Let's go back. That mechanism from the... Don't forget to bring these along.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules. Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us. And today you will see with your own eyes. Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores. Of course, you will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
Thistle, I'm sorry.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that...
Oh, Wriothesley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so... Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing...
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that... Look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You... Stop acting all high and mighty like some hero. Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent. We are all... What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? It's what... And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place?
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. Our bodies have limits, but our spirit, they may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they and most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they— But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become— And you say that's what they've always deserved.
He's really mad.
You think me arrogant, Wriothesley. Well, I think you're too young. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. No prisoner will listen to you out of— Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken— Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful—
You talk.
Hey! I've seen scars. Sharing my knowledge.
Here comes the cash. Ah, that's gonna hurt in the morning. Illusion shattered. I'm going in.
Have a safe trip. A moment, please.
I see everything.
Shine down. Quietly now.
Get a little chilly. Away now. If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one!
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you! Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood. Sorry for taking so long.
No, not at all.
If you ask, I could comfort and compensate. I have to take responsibility for it. Yeah. It's the—
So, do you have
Oh, Dugier? For now, I think it's a very fitting— He'll be left in the dark. Of course, that's not to say I'm going to talk to the members of this—
Paimon didn't know.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing? Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so— How about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make the necessary—
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal. what they say is true. You have to see the world. For yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is. Yeah.
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind her for sure. That's not what Paimon meant at all. Wriothesley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctors have left, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few who were more severely affected to a special observation list.
You sure got everything taken care of, Wriothesley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory. Please, go ahead. Ah, that's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child. I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and they were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave. Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And all of my friends, all of my siblings, they all felt this way as well. I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adore. Yes. Like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, perhaps they never cared about that at all, but I did. So in the end, I killed them, and set all of the... My methods were extreme, but I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most. My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved. It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen again in my new home.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's a Vincent Fasol. Are you...
It was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do my best to help. Within reason, of course.
It's... I'd like to be...
You're getting married?
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other. And after this incident, we've come to believe that we...
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and I didn't forsake him either. But we're still both prisoners, so we are just wondering.
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wet, but that's no reason to say
We can't thank. We are actually also planning to stay here.
Yeah, and we have full confidence in the fort.
Your trust is the...
Hey, loosen up a bit!
Yeah, I'll always take...
Easy money.
Hey!
Illusion shattered! Busted!
Get out of here!
Find anything you like?